This is our very first podcast, and I just want to tell a little bit of history of why we are doing Real Producers, how it came about, and why we want to do a podcast. There's a ton of podcasts out there, but I really wanted to add this element to Real Producers to share a different side of the realtors, the vendors, and even why we even do this. So give a little bit of history about Real Producers. It is a subset of a company called the N2 Company. But when I found out Real Producers was a thing, I was just at awe. I love the community that it created. I love getting the events so people can build more relationships or enhance the ones that they have. And I just saw a big need in the upstate market. When you think of real estate sometimes from the outside looking in, what I've always heard was it's cutthroat.
It was kind of just time that somebody looked at them and said, man, like, you really deserve to be recognized for the work that you've done in the community and the work that you do for other people. So you graciously let me come in and graciously let me contribute. And now we run it together, like everybody knows, husband and wife, baby on the way now. So baby will be a part of it too soon. But what do you think? I think we should probably talk about maybe just, the publication and events, and then maybe what the podcast, like the hole that the podcast is going to fill.
Yeah. So just to kind of, as a bigger picture, Real Producers, our backbone is the publication. We're not really creating this publication to talk about what kind of homes they sold or how much they sold. If you get the publication, if you have an article inside of it, you are a top realtor in the market. But I kind of take it from this. I play football, play professional football. A lot of people don't understand like what all really goes into it. And so I want to kind of shine a light on that way as well. But also when we share stories about ourselves and we show, who we are, where we come from, and how we kind of got to that success, we connect with people. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we have stereotypes on people from what we've seen from the outside, and next thing you know, like, oh, that person's just like me.
Yeah.
So again, just the publication just allows that to kind of bring that part out. And then when we have these events, it's really just to put a face to a name. I can't tell you how many times I've met people that said, I never met this person ever in my entire life. I've been in real estate for 7 years and we've done multiple transactions with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So just to put a face to a name, being able to collaborate, this 2.5 hours just allow people to just really build relationships. And a lot of times we don't really have an agenda. We have things that we do, but mostly we just want to get those top real estate titans under one hood and really just collaborate, talk, and just build those relationships even deeper.
Yeah. That happens with the articles too. Like, just recently when I was meeting with an agent, I didn't even tell you this, but I was meeting with an agent yesterday, and she literally had a deal going on with Bianca Conway. And I just happened to be showing her, a publication that Bianca was featured in.
Yeah, we do things a little bit non-traditional. We don't go and just cold call people and just say, hey, Chuck and Truck, do you want to be a part of this publication? We're going to the top realtor. All of our partners are referred by other top producing realtors in the market. That's the way we can ensure that they're good at what they do. But you kind of hit on a key point, relationships. And when you're talking about going to top realtors, they can do a transaction with anybody. But who are they going to call when it actually matters? Mm-hmm. So that's a relationship. So again, we don't want this to be something that, hey, this person is going inside of your life just for one transaction, just to get a couple dollars. Mm-hmm. We want to add that value to the clientele. We really want our realtors and our partners to be seen as the best in the upstate market as well. So
when we're not working with anybody that hasn't been recommended to us by a top 500 agent either. And I think a lot of people get that confused. You and I both know that we could fill the publication up really fast with businesses that want to be in front of this audience. I also know that Robert or Sierra has met with them personally as well. And because of those, that referral and then the fact that they're meeting with us, I always tell them, like, look, they wouldn't be in the publication if we didn't feel like their mission was similar to ours, which is just to elevate and connect and inspire those that are the best of the best in real estate.
And Sarah, you know this, even though we've had people who we been referred by other realtors, there are still people we turn down just because they just don't fit the culture or they don't fit the model where we're going. And that's okay. It has to be a marriage as well.
Mhm.
So it really is more than just a piece of paper, more than just your, lunch and learn. It really is a relationship. You said it, connect, elevate, and inspiring the top real estate performers in the upstate market. So, Sarah, why don't you do this? Tell them why we want to do a podcast. There's a million podcasts out there. Why did we want to do one?
Yeah. So I think I got to start by saying I was hesitant to do the podcast at first. What we decided to ultimately name this, which is Real Producers Beyond the Pages, probably describes it better than anything else, where we really want to take those stories that are in the articles and bring them to life, just in audio format and visual format, because I think that you can really get to know somebody's personality when you see how, they talk about just their story and their life and where they are today. And I think it made perfect sense, and I think it fits our model really well, even though I could say you were right, honey, on that one. So I'm excited about it.
And we're not going to tell them yet. We got a really big surprise when we're going to start this thing off with a big name.
I know. It's going to be, yeah. It's a big name.
Yeah. So, and one of the things outside of just doing the podcast, we didn't get into this trying to say how many viewers we can get.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the biggest thing for us is continuing to build the upstate market. It's one of the top places to move in South Carolina. Why wouldn't you want to know the people who contribute to helping people find this beautiful place that you and I call home? And you're from Nebraska. You can talk about how the upstate and just everything around it.
In the world of real estate, it's no surprise that you're extremely busy. And so, that can become even more isolating. And so I think, just another purpose of the podcast is to just build that community where you realize, hey, look, I'm not the only one out there that is busting my butt for my vision and my dreams and my family. There's other people out there that are doing this as well. And, we can all relate to and we can all learn from each other as we go through that.
And I think by doing this for the last 4 years, we have learned that there's not that much difference between these realtors that are like super realtors versus an average realtor. They're just willing to put in a little bit more work, willing to connect a little bit more. One thing I have noticed, good realtors want to connect with other good realtors because they want to make sure either their client get that house or hey, can you send somebody to me? I think that's one of the beautiful things inside of being in the real estate world. You can say, hey, this isn't for me, but I know the best person for you to talk to for that. And we've seen that so many times.
Yeah. Well, I think we should wrap it up and get ready for the big name that we got coming on next. So is there anything else you feel like we left out?
Yeah, I think we should just put a little teaser out there. She's been consecutively one of the top realtors in the upstate since 2018. What's crazy about it, she doesn't even really have a team. She does it all.
I know, when you told me that, like,
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, like I think I heard before the only person she really has on her team is her mom. She just go pick up the rider signs. So I'm really interested to hear her story. We featured her before, and I think one of the things I really love about her is she has a servant's heart, and she's not a really flashy person at all. I often tell people, if you were to meet her, you would never have guessed this person has sold over 100 homes multiple times in her career. And honestly, she didn't even start off as a realtor. She was in the medical profession.
Yeah. It's going to be good.
To keep up with Upstate Real Producers, make sure you go like, subscribe, follow, and even comment on all of our social media platforms at Upstate Real Producers. You're going to want to make sure you keep up with who we're going to be highlighting and just learning more about who these real estate professionals that dominate the upstate market.